Tell me kind of like, for people who don't know, you have GT Digital, which is your distribution
company. Yep.
And these days, there's so many distribution companies popping up.
Right. Everybody's trying to do it. A lot of people try to do it. They just can't get clients.
Well, that's what I was going to say. For you, like, because I'm really, obviously I'm real tight with Ghazi and Nima and those guys. And as you are, you do a lot of business with Empire as well. There's companies like DistroKid, TuneCore, and 1RPM. There's so many independent distributors these days. What do you bring to the table that is unique?
I think that being my years of being in the record business, Black and Brown Entertainment, Thiz Latin Records, knowing how to be a record label and the necessity of communication, dealing with the artists. People do want to give you their life of their heart, and then all of a sudden you got to talk to an email and you can't speak to nobody. With us, I have a staff. We're going to talk to you. I talk to you. I listen to the music. I'm in tune with everybody. And there's a lot of artists out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm able to decipher who really wants it and who is necessary at that time to talk to them. Of course, everybody is, and we do. I believe there's enough time in our day to talk to everybody. That's the whole thing. We want to talk to you. I can at least give you 5 minutes to chop it up with you, see what's going on. How are you doing with your marketing? What do you need help in? Let me listen to your best song. First thing I do, what's your best song?
Right.
What's your best video? Let me see it. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing. This is what I'm doing. I'm in the music business. I want to listen to the music. There's some people there's other companies that don't do none of that.
That is true. You gotta send an email. You gotta.
Yeah, that's it. DistroKid ain't listening to your shit too.
Nah, for sure.
You think them motherfuckers they is not listening to your shit? They don't give you. You just load it up, put it in, and they gonna get their money. They gonna pay you.
Is it hard though? Like trying to be accessible to everybody?
You know what? Actually, it ain't. Nah.
Yeah.
It ain't, because most artists are only doing an album or two.
So
they're putting some motherfuckers they forget about, they even put something up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got some that are seriously into it, and then you could talk to them. They're gonna put something out. I mean, it's like I said, 10-minute conversation is gonna go a long way.
Yeah.
I think that's what he does different, because like he was talking about the communication. I think when there's communication with comprehension, it changes the dynamic of just communicating. When you communicate with comprehension, you understand what you're talking about. And I think he's really good at that. He's really good at letting them know, like, look, this is A, B, and C. This is the way it's supposed to happen. You do your part, I do my part, everybody wins. Instead of like, oh, my shit's out all over the, in every platform.
Right.
So what?
Yeah, the distro game is interesting because I feel like every major label has their own version of, I guess, what Empire, I feel like, kind of revolutionized in terms of like,
right.
They kind of kicked the door down, and now everybody's got their own empire under their umbrella. Like 300 has Sparta, and go on and on and on. So I just always am wondering, like, I'm intrigued by the business.
Me and Ghazi both started off with Ingrooves. Ingrooves I started Ingrooves' rap division. Wow. I was their first rap label. Maxie hooked up Ghazi with them for the job, for him to get in there.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Ghazi was, my engineer for Black and Brown Entertainment at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
he's still engineering too. He just engineered the whole album.
It's true, because like there's a YouTube video of Ghazi saying, "I want to be like Julio when I grow up." I'm like, now Ghazi blew up. That means all this to say is, at any point you can blow. It can take one day, any point, man. In this game, it can happen. Dreams can happen overnight. With the, stuff goes viral. All of a sudden, boom, you're on.
I was going to ask both of you guys, because you guys each have had so much independent success in the rap game. I feel like I always correlate the Bay Area with like just the real roots of this independent rap shit, like getting it out the trunk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
How do you guys, like, being on both sides of the game, right? Like in 2023, the music game's so different. There's got to be like other ways to monetize your music besides the streaming, because streaming is, it is what it is.
I mean, cross marketing, of course, with other artists. You know what I'm saying? Paying for, getting ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, doing marketing.
You got to spend money.
Got to spend money, man. And it may not come back. At least you gave it a shot to shine, though.
And you got to be okay with that.
Yeah, you got to be okay.
You got to be. Acceptance of that is a huge part of being an artist.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I've always been a firm believer of that. Like, sometimes Deepak Chopra says expectancy determines outcomes. When you're not attached to the outcome is guaranteed. Sometimes that desire and that want creates an actual barrier between you and your success.
And I think, you know, of course, doing your
that was a
visuals
bar.
too.
It's the truth.
I think your visuals too. You got to get in. You got to get creative with your videos and your visuals. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes the song you think is the one may not
Be the one.
And you got to be okay with that.
And you got to be okay.
You gotta be
with
okay.
it.
It's a
Moving on.
gamble, bro. Everything. This is all a
Yeah.
gamble. That's why I say, like, I have fun with this shit, man. Like when he wrote the song, I'm having fun with it. I'm gonna go do a
We're
video.
both having,
We having fun. That's what I do with my music. That's how I enjoy it. If I go spend 10, 20,000. Fuck, if I don't make it back, at least I have fun doing that. Motherfucker.
Ask
You feel
him
me? That's it.
when he told me about the music, I was like, bro, that's like fifth on the list for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it is. You know, I'm bringing the culture together, doing these festivals all over the country, you know, closing that paradoxic divided gap.
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing your thing as a promoter for a long
For
time.
a long time, yeah.
Which is a whole other side of the game.
Yeah. You know, but again, resource and strategy. You know, there have been some shows that didn't go so well.
Yeah.
So what? There's been some shows that were phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's some records that didn't do so well. So what? Some records that did phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've been on Power 106. I've been in Boise. Like, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, every single aspect of what you do to contribute to what you're doing matters. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of artists have this idea, this fallacy of what their dream, and ain't nothing wrong with that, but ultimately you can't let money consume you. You got to have passion for what you do. You got to have passion for your art. You still got, one of the things that people say about Floyd Mayweather is that he was still trained like he was broke.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the passion has to be your purpose, your art. I always look at music like art. That's why it comes so naturally. I've been doing it for a long time, but I was never like an ABC person just to do songs.
Right.
Especially as I got older, and especially as life itself became more meaningful to me, relationships become more meaningful. You magnetize and ally with other people that are living a meaningful life, and then whatever you do becomes meaningful. So therefore, it happens organically.